Guys, it's that time of the week. Welcome back to the Mario Matter, your favorite Nintendo podcast, episode 59, one away from the big 6-0. We dive into everything Nintendo related. We're on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, every podcast platform known to man. Doing a real formal intro here, guys. You know what? We have a lot of juicy things to discuss today, and I say it every episode, but special emphasis on this one today. I'll just go ahead. I'll let you decide. I'll say some buzzwords. You tell me if you're interested, okay? Mario Bros. Wonder. I played it. First impressions. The voice actor for Mario potentially uncovered. Tomodachi Life 2, which is not confirmed, but that's a buzzword. Animal Crossing Lego updates. Guys, if you're not intrigued by any of those things, can you call yourself a Nintendo fan? Maybe you can. Anyways, we dive into that. We dive into a bunch of other Nintendo news topics, and there's truly something for everyone in this show today. Enjoy the show, and I say enjoy the show because now is the time that we head over to our first segment of the show, where we discuss Nintendo news. Let's head over there. I really gotta put some emphasis on not only a juicy news week, but also that we're on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. I don't promote the Spotify and Apple audio side enough, but link in the description to listen on your favorite audio platform. Some of you may not have even known that we're on those platforms. I don't even promote it enough, but yes, we are on there. Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. Bro, that was like a Disney thing, and now it's like... Shout out to our one listener on iHeartRadio, okay? Thank you very much. And if you're watching on your Nintendo Switch, comment down below as well. If you're on your Wii U watching this podcast, kudos to you. All right, guys. So this segment is solely focused on Nintendo news. So this is a weekly podcast. We post every single Saturday at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Not that you have to watch at that time, but that's when I post. And we go back to the previous Saturday. That would be October 7th. We take news from then all the way up until now, and we discuss all of it. However, I record these podcasts on Friday. Today is Friday, October 13th as of recording. My calendar's not even updated. Let's do that. So we actually have to go back to last Friday because I missed some news that came out after I finished recording. So with that said, guys, we will begin on October 6th. We have a bit of news that I missed once again after recording. We have, guys, for our first piece of news here on the Mario Matter episode 59, we have Nintendo New York. Okay, if you're in New York City, leave a comment. Or if you're just in New York, I mean, both are pretty cool. They're hosting a midnight launch for the game that releases next Friday, our last episode before next Friday, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So, Nintendo New York is hosting their midnight launch, as they do for most big releases. I believe they did one for... Actually, did they do one for Pikmin? I actually don't know. But they certainly did. They certainly did one for... Tears of the Kingdom. They have done one for Mario Odyssey. They've done one for the Switch itself. They do midnight launches for a lot of different games. And Mario Wonder being one of the biggest games on the Switch and one of the biggest this year. I'm not sure if it beats Tears of the Kingdom. It might. It might. They're doing a midnight launch. No surprise. Now, when is it? Where do you go? What are you doing? Well, those details should already be revealed. It is a midnight launch of a game next Friday at the New York store. But anyways, the festivities for this event begin next Thursday. Wait, that can't be right. Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry. I was thinking that it's on Friday, but it's the night before. Thursday, October 19th at 5:30 p.m. Be at the Nintendo store. You actually have to make a reservation, which might already be sold out. Bro, isn't COVID down? Like, why are we doing reservations for a minute? I don't even know. But you go there. You don't have to be there at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. But that's when the events start. And they didn't say this, I don't think, but they might be giving out, little goodies and stuff like a pin set or like some stickers or something like that. And copies will be sold at midnight. So no, even though you show up at 5:30, you will not get a copy before midnight. But if you do not want to go all the way to New York for a midnight launch, somewhere else is doing a midnight launch, and I'll get to that later in the podcast. Feel free to skip to it if you'd like. There are timestamps in the description and also on the scroll bar based on which platform you're on. Spotify has it and YouTube has it. All right, next piece of news on October 6th. Guys, Detective Pikachu Returns, a game that also released on October 6th. A lot of you don't like the game or maybe aren't excited for the game. But I will say there is a very cool reward coming soon for the game on MyNintendo, and there are also a few other rewards that are now available. Let's get into it. So, Detective Pikachu Returns, MyNintendo rewards have been revealed. We have one coming soon, and 3 other things available right now. The one coming soon is a physical item. It is a physical cozy cup. Now, it's the kind of cup that you can put, like, coffee in, you can put apple cider in, get that fall season started. You can do all of that. And the cup pretty much, it's like one of those coffee cup kind of things that has like the black plastic top and you pop it open and you have a little sip. It's just like that. It has little outlines of Pikachu all over it and some cool designs. I'll have a picture on screen for our video listeners. Audio listeners, I hope that I described it pretty well, but also the link is in the description to see it for yourself. And that is coming soon. We don't know, there's no month, there's no date. We just have, all they said was stay tuned. So, nothing date-wise. However, I would assume it's this year just because, not that that's like a fall kind of cup. It can be used whenever, but like for me personally, when I use those kinds of cozy cups, I put like apple cider in it, and that's a very fall thing. So I would assume this year. And also, you have the whole design made. How long can it take to produce some and begin selling them? Not too long, really. Now the other 3 items that are available for MyNintendo for the whole Pikachu thing are 3 different wallpapers. Now, they're all similar. Now, one of them is like a stationary wallpaper. It's like as if you turned a page in a notebook. It's like a notebook wallpaper, and it has Pikachu on it. And then there's 2 other ones with the exact same background, the background just being a blue background with some Pikachu outlines in it. And one of them has Pikachu on it, and one of them has Pikachu on top of Growlithe on it. So buy what you want. I haven't gotten any of those because I believe as of right now in October, there are much better wallpapers to have. They recently put out a Super Mario Bros. Wonder October calendar wallpaper that I've downloaded. I will not put it on screen because you can easily rob that, without paying platinum points. It's essentially free because it costs platinum points, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get somehow, some way, this video could get taken down out of that, so I don't want to do that. However, I find it funny. So I'm on the Nintendo website, guys, and I'm reading you all this info from it, and they spelled Pikachu wrong. Guys, you can't, how do you spell Pikachu wrong? They spelled it Pikachu. So it says, you can redeem your MyNintendo Platinum points for the colorful and cute Detective Pikachu stationery. And I actually just realized I got that fact wrong. It's actually Pikachu stationery paper, not a stationary wallpaper. My bad. But you can print out paper and write on it. That's what it is. Sorry. They've corrected me. But dude, they make it look like a theme, okay? You can't blame me there. But yeah, I guess it would make more sense as like a printout kind of thing. Yeah, makes sense, guys. All right, anyways. Not cool, but that is all available. Not that you even cared for freaking Detective Pikachu anyway. No one cares for that game. I think that the game's fun so far. I've been playing me some, Detective Pikachu. Haven't beat it yet, but it's fun. And I want other people to see that. Anyways, guys, we moved to October 8th. Yes, not October 7th because there wasn't much that happened that day. October 8th, we got a sad piece of news, and no one likes sad news, right? Like, who looks forward to that? Like, yeah, let's watch this podcast and see what kind of sad news there is. No one's asking for this kind of stuff. But unfortunately, on October 8th, we saw this coming, but we just weren't ready for it. Or maybe you were ready for it, but I wasn't. Pac-Man 99 online servers shut down. Sad. That sucks. So if you don't know, Pac-Man 99, essentially, you must know what F-Zero 99 is. It's like a battle royale where 99 people are playing together. And Pac-Man 99, which was the Pac-Man version, shut down October 8th, 2023. Sad day. Bro, I have not played Pac-Man 99 in maybe like a year. And I saw that morning, that was a Sunday morning, right? That the servers were still up when they should have been shut down. So I raced to my Switch to try and play like one last game. Because, remember, I haven't played in like a year. And right when I got there, I got some stupid notification from some Twitter account that the servers are now down. Like when they should have been down hours ago. So I was like, bro, I just missed it. And that super sucked. I just missed it. Like notification, like trying to like join game kind of thing. Joining game gets the alert. Dang it. That sucks. But yeah, they're gone. But hey, we can't even be sad because like F-099 exists, which is, I would probably say better. I'd say, I don't know, Pac-Man's classic. I'd say it's better. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. If Pac-Man 99 was so good, they would have kept it up, okay? F-Zero's on top. Okay, now there's a fly. October 9th, we have news here. We have more news than the previous 2 days. Actually, no, we don't. No, October 10th is juicy. And then October 12th is long. But yeah, we'll get there later on. October 9th, guys, this piece of news is going to confuse you, I think. It confused me. Unless you're like very experienced in this kind of video game news and stuff, this might confuse you. So let's read what the headline says. Nintendo renews trademark for Kirby Triple Deluxe. So they've renewed the trademark. If you don't know what a trademark is, it's basically, hey, you can't steal this. And so they have the name Kirby Triple Deluxe. They've renewed the trademark. Now, normally, when a company does that, I mean, this can either be a big thing or a small thing. This could simply mean they're just renewing the trademark to keep the name of this game alive and keep the Kirby name alive. Or this means that, oh my gosh, guys, Kirby Triple Deluxe for the 3DS is getting a remake on Nintendo Switch. It can just be somewhere in the middle as well. This could mean that, like, it's getting a remake, or it could mean, hey, nothing burger. This came out through some tweet over the weekend. Actually, that was a Monday. This came out through a tweet, and I didn't know what I was looking at. But yeah, they've renewed a trademark. I just want to say, don't get your hopes up for any kind of Kirby Triple Deluxe anything. Because there's a lot of cases where some things get revealed and they didn't have to renew a trademark. Like when Kirby's Return to Dreamland remaster released, or the deluxe version. They didn't like have to renew that trademark, and like everyone knew about it, and then it was like this big thing. Oh my gosh, guys, it's getting a remaster, and then it actually happened. That doesn't always happen. This could be a simple nothing burger. Nothing. Trademark renewals are standard. But to play the fun side, we could get a remake. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But that's happening. And there's actually one more game later on that actually also got a trademark renewal. That's a little more spicy. I'll get to that soon. I would get to it now, but like it happened on a different day, so it's like I can't just skip October 9th, So that's actually very soon though. That's like a few pieces of news away. Yeah. Cool beans. Wait, why is it not? Okay. There it is. There. Okay, cool. All right. Next, guys, we move to MyNintendo stuff. More MyNintendo. More free stuff here. More free stuff for you. However, this is a bit of a gamble, okay? It's a free, innocent gamble, okay? So MyNintendo is actually hosting a fall-themed giveaway for Animal Crossing, New Horizons kinds of things. Now, let me run through what they are giving away. It's actually like a pretty good haul. I would say that's like all of this equals about $100 or so. Let's run through. So first, you're getting a Gelato PK Animal Crossing Timmy and Tommy throw blanket. Now that sounds comfy. Seriously, bro. Gelato PK, don't even mess around. Animal Crossing New Horizons official complete guide, so like the guidebook to the game. Afterglow Wave wireless controller, a bit random. And the Club Mochi Mochi. Is it Mochi Mochi? Moochi Moochi? I don't even know. Animal Crossing Leaf Mega 15-inch plush. You know what? I actually have that one. Hold on. Can I show you what that looks like? I have it. Whoa. Not to like show off, but 1 second. Hold on. It didn't like click with me that I even had it until I just read that. Dude, I actually have that one. So you can see what it looks like here. They sell this at Target. And so I actually bought this one. Oh, but yeah, that's what this is. If you're watching the video version, audio listeners, I'm so sorry. I'm holding the Leaf plush, and you just cannot see it. But I guess that's what you get from watching the video version. You get to see cool little leaf pillows. Audio listeners, I would show you if I could. It's a big green leaf pillow. Nothing special. You've probably seen it before. But yeah, sorry, not to like flex, guys. I have the Animal Crossing Leaf, but I wanted to show you a real-life comparison, what that looks like. So, how to enter the giveaway? Well, there's a link in the description. It'll say sources and links. Click that. There's a big paste bin of all the links from this podcast. Find the one that says MyNintendo, click that, or just go to the MyNintendo dashboard if you know how to do that, and scroll a little bit, go to the rewards section, and you'll see the giveaway link. But if that's too hard, once again, link in description to go right to the giveaway. Catch my breath. Okay. And it's 10 platinum points for one entry. There's up to 3 entries for every account. So, like, my account can enter 3 times. Yours can enter up to 3 times. But yes, once again, 10 platinum points for one entry. The deadline to enter is December 5th, which is odd to me because you're hosting a fall giveaway. So you're going to end it in the winter. And or almost winter, and it ships out like right when winter starts. So yeah, gotta wait until next fall, bro. Why didn't they do this like the 6 months earlier? Dude, come on. What are you doing? You should have shipped it out so that someone can get their fall items like right before fall starts. This would work better if it was a winter giveaway. However, it would be kind of weird to give out winter items in October. But you know, you would have it in time. I don't know. It's a cluster squabble. I don't even, bro. Terrible. But yeah, enter the giveaway. I actually entered it because I was like, you know what? Why not? Like, what if I win? Imagine getting an email from Nintendo saying, "Hey, you won!" Like, bro, that's the coolest thing in the world. However, I still have yet to find somebody who has actually won a Nintendo sweepstakes. I'm sure that, you know, they actually do give the prizes, but it's like, I can't find somebody who's won. Normally I can, but I can't for these kinds of things. So comment down below if you've ever won one. But yeah, they're also like massive giveaways too. Like, I'm sure thousands have already entered, so it's gonna be hard to find somebody who won. All right, now October 10th news. We got another cluster squabble right here, guys. Okay, so you know, I'm getting home one day, that day being October 10th, and, you know, I'm just scrolling through Nintendo news like I do, like a good boy, and I see that the Nintendo Switch has been updated, the system itself, to version 17.0.0. Now, you might think, whoa, my gosh, that's a big thing. Do you know when, like, your iPhone updates to, like, iOS, you know, whatever, iOS 12, 13, 14, whenever it goes to, like, a brand new number, it's a pretty monumental change. They add some cool features. Not Nintendo. No. Numbers, size doesn't matter with Nintendo. Numbers don't matter at all. Guys, for the past, like, 5, 6, maybe even more Switch updates, the only thing that has ever changed in these updates that you download is general system stability improvements to enhance the user's experience. Which basically means they changed, like the smallest thing. And guys, it's no different here. That is the only change that has occurred within the Nintendo Switch update 17.0.0. Which kind of sucks, because I really, as weird as it sounds, look forward to these updates. And it's nothing really. However, there are people who dive into what they actually changed. You know, they can say things, you know, system stability updates, but there's actually, like, you know, things that are deeper into it. Things that actually happen, not random stability updates. So, our friend Oatmeal Dome on Twitter, or X, has dove into the update, And they have found out what exactly was changed. So they say pretty much every system component was updated. This is normal for major updates, as the entire OS is rebuilt with a newer SDK version. Can we actually Google what SDK version means? What does SDK version mean? Because you don't know and I don't know. The version of an Android platform that an app is built against. Okay, so I guess like the entire system. Like, it really was a whole system update. It's rebuilt with a new system version. Okay, so it's just like, maybe it's like a millisecond faster, who knows. It's just updated overall. And then he also says, or he or she, I'm not even sure. They also say, other than that, here's what I can obviously see. New error code messages were added. I want to know what those are. Various home menu messages were changed. A bunch of its GUI files were also changed for whatever reason. And time zone data was updated. And also, there are changes to the bad words list. However, they're on the bad words list, so I will not repeat them here, but I will leave the links down below to his or her tweets. Bam! We did it. Switch update. They can't hide from us. We know what they changed, guys. We know. Leave a like. I don't know. All right, now we move to more news that happened on October 10th. We have, guys, Animal Crossing sets, Lego sets. We saw this revealed last episode, and we talked about it last episode. We talked my initial reaction, my thoughts on it, leaked details that are now confirmed to be true. We talked, what else was there? We talked like trailer analysis, all that kind of stuff. Now, on October 10th, we had the full sets revealed. We know what they're called, the prices, the pieces, and just kind of what is in what set. So, let's give you the full rundown. I'm going to open like 5 links right now because there are 5 sets to be had. Let's begin with the first one. The first one being, well, going from cheapest to highest, we go Julian's Birthday Party. This set is $14.99. It is 170 pieces, and it's what it sounds like. It's the villager Julian with a small little birthday set. There's a skateboard, there's a gift box, there's a pink spring tree, there's a radio, there's balloons. It's kind of cool. For $15, it's hard to lose with that kind of cool set. So yeah, if you just want to spend like a little bit of money on these Legos, that's definitely your way. I would say that's like the best value one. However, a close contender for the best value one is Bunny's Outdoor Activities. For just $5 more, $19.99, you get 164 pieces, which is admittedly 6 pieces less than the cheaper one. But I think it's a little bit cooler. Not only do you have, I would say, the better villager in Bunny over Julian, you have more trees, you have a tent, you have a toolbox. Bunny has a vaulting pole and is using it on a river. How sick is that? Tell me that's not sick. Tell me. Say it to my face. Say it right now. Oh, dang, you were serious. Okay. Anyways, we have flowers. We have a butterfly. We have everything in this set for $19.99. That is, once again, 164 pieces. And just to mention, the release date for all of these is March 1st as of right now. However, that could be a placeholder. That is March 1st, 2024 of next year. Yeah, once again, that could be a placeholder. However, March 1st does sound like a solid release date and a easy to remember one. All right, we have 3 more sets to run through. 3 more. We got Captain's Island Boat Tour. Not gonna lie, this is not best value, but this is like the one that I might buy and not spend too much on. Captain's Island Boat Tour, $29.99, 233 pieces, and you have Captain, who conducts the Mystery Island tours and the Tournament Island in Animal Crossing New Leaf. He used to be a bus driver in the previous games. He has a boat of his own in this set, and you also have Marshall, the squirrel villager, who is on this island set that comes with the Lego set. You have 2 palm trees, you have a bit of cliff action going on, we have 2 beach chairs, an umbrella, some fishies, very cool tropical sets. So if you're ever, on a beach vacation, maybe you'll do this set beforehand or bring this set with you. Get in the spirit before you go. There's like little wave Legos where like you build up these blue pieces and it looks like an ocean wave. Cool things like this. Coconuts hanging. That is not Animal Crossing. There are no. Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm so stupid. Sorry. I was saying how there's coconuts hanging and that New Horizons doesn't have coconuts. However, I just realized they do have coconuts. I was getting it confused because like Animal Crossing New Leaf has like other fruits that New Horizons doesn't have, and I thought that coconuts was one of them for a second. Sorry. All right. So Captain's Boat Tour, $30. Now we get a little bit pricier. Not too much, but a little bit. $40 is Isabelle's House Visit. March 1st, as always, and 289 pieces, okay? Oh, sorry, 389, sorry. 389, and this includes the Isabelle figure, the Fauna figure, a house, I assume it's Fauna's house, a little gift with a balloon on it. You have, I see a carrot, I see a cherry tree, I see some water, I see some tools on a shed or a crafting table that might be, I see a mailbox, I see a lot of cool things in this set. 389 pieces, very, very simple set. Actually, is that an apple tree? No, it's definitely a cherry. Oh, it's apple. Yeah, that's an apple. It's so hard to tell. What kind of apple is that? Okay, anyways. Apple trees. I don't know that I would buy that one. Isabelle's cool, Fauna's cool, but like, it's not gonna lie, a bit more like underwhelming for $40, bro. You can buy Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe for $40 right now on Amazon. When you're watching the podcast, and the deal might be gone, but currently the game's on sale right now. Like you can buy Kirby or you can buy Isabelle's House Visit. What are you buying? I'm buying Kirby. I didn't buy it, but you can. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like the only ones that are worth it are the ones below it, and this next one above it. I'm not even sure if this next one's worth it, bro. $75 brings us to our last Animal Crossing set. $75. Nook's Cranny and Rosie's House. So you get Tom Nook, you get Rosie, 2 figures. You get what the title says, Nook's Cranny and Rosie's House. I see an orange tree, Nook's Cranny without the sign on top. So it has a sign on top, but unlike the game itself, it doesn't actually say Nook's Cranny on it, which is weird to me. I'm not sure why it doesn't. We have Rosie's beautiful house. We have a bicycle. We have flowers everywhere. Nook's Cranny looks very similar and accurately represents what it looks like in the game, aside from not having the Nook's Cranny text at the top. On the back side of both buildings, the house and the Nook's Cranny, you can actually see inside. So when you're building it, you don't actually build a backside to either of the buildings. That way, you can interact inside of those buildings if you decide to. This one is more playable. It's like you can play with this one, as I'll say it again. The backsides have no back. You can play inside them. So, man, I don't know that I buy this one either, because while it's no doubt, I'd say the most packed set, the coolest set maybe, $75. Bro, you either buy Skylanders Starter Pack or this. Can you believe Skylanders Starter Packs were the same price as this? $75 gets you 535 Lego pieces. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care how much that costs to make you. We need to cut costs or something, because there's no way that can cost $75. No shot. $74.99? I don't know. Now, here's the only reason I'm considering buying it. Here's the only reason. This is the only set in the whole squabble that is a solid piece aside from Fauna's house. Here's what I mean. I was looking forward to having one of these sets to display in my background of my desk. I could put it like back here or something. And they're all like open sets. They're all like a big, wide squabble scenery area. Nook's Cranny is a solid one piece, which is like connected to Rosie's house, I think, but can be separated. Oh no, it's separate. So it's like its own building. It's its own thing. It's much more small. I figured I could put that behind me on my desk. That would work great. None of the other sets work that great aside from this one. Fauna's house, Isabel's house visit kind of works, but I still think Nook's Cranny is going to be the best value here for what I personally need. But should you buy these? I mean, this is up to you. I don't know how much you want to spend. I don't know how much of a Animal Crossing fan you are. I don't know. I think that, well, they're all overpriced, but some more than others. Like Nook's Cranny and Rosie's house should not be $75. That should be like $60. Or 60 is more than fair for that. 60 is more than fair. I don't know. It's up to you, honestly. I might buy the 75 one just because I need some like display back here, but man, I wouldn't normally recommend that. It's up to you. Everyone has their own preference, but yeah, $15 is your entry price. If you want to take part but not buy the most expensive set. So do what you need. But apart from that, guys, that could have been a whole segment. But we move over to Nintendo renewing another trademark. Okay, now this one is a bit more like, oh my gosh, we are so back. We are in for it, guys. Can you guess which trademark Nintendo renewed without looking at the timestamp title? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. It's Star Fox. Not Star Fox. It is Tomodachi Life. The game that everyone's like, oh my gosh, this needs to come to Switch. They've renewed the trademark. Now, what does this mean? We discussed it a bit earlier, but if you're skipping here because, you wanted to see this part only, you skipped through the entire podcast. Shame! I'm kidding. Not shame on you. I put timestamps for a reason. People can skip to what they want to skip to. But what does this mean? Essentially, Nintendo wants to keep the Tomodachi Life name theirs. That's what this means. If they didn't renew the trademark, if someone else made Tomodachi Life for Switch, I don't think, I'm no lawyer or company, but I don't think that Nintendo could do anything about it because they don't own that name anymore. So essentially, they're just renewing the name that is theirs, Tomodachi Life. So that was renewed October 10th, and it was posted on Twitter, and the tweet went kind of viral. And does this mean Tomodachi Life 2? Not necessarily. It means if they want to do that, they can. If they want to make Tomodachi Life 2, they can. But it doesn't mean, they did that because it's happening. It would be different if they filed a patent. Now, we've seen patents filed for several things. We saw one patent that actually did not come to fruition. It was a patent, which is like a government document saying, hey, this is what we're working on. No one else can take it. It was a patent for a Nintendogs mobile game that never has come out yet, but things like that. They've made patents for new hardware. They've made patents for things like the Switch itself. That's different. If they put out a patent, they're like, hey, this is what we want to do, and we want to make sure this doesn't get stolen. And we have drawn pictures of it, so what we're trying to patent here. They're like actively trying to make this thing happen. They did it with the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Switch OLED. They've patented that. That's when they want things to happen. This is a trademark renewal saying, hey, you can't use our name no matter what. It doesn't mean that they're actively making a Tomodachi Life 2. I think that's right. I'm no lawyer. If there's a lawyer watching, correct me in the comments, but I don't think that lawyers are watching Nintendo podcasts on Saturdays, bro. They are working. All right, so yeah, that's going down. I don't think lawyers are watching Nintendo podcasts. No way. All right, or maybe they are. Maybe it's Nintendo's lawyers watching. Anyone out? Freaking Nintendo ninjas, comment something. We can interact. We can talk. I can have you on the show. We'll get a Japanese translator. We'll run it up, bro. We will chop it up, as the kids say. We'll chop it up on the show. Send me a DM, bro. I see you, lawyer, watching. He's considering it now. I can see you, lawyer from Nintendo, considering DMing me. Do it. Come on. Do it. All right, anyways. Guys, remember in the podcast earlier when I said that some other store was doing a midnight release? Maybe you don't, because maybe you skipped on through the podcast, and, that's okay. We welcome that, as I just said, like 3 minutes ago. But October 11th news, we got an announcement from your favorite store, which I actually have a problem with that store, GameStop. I don't like giving them promo nowadays, but I figured some of you like GameStop, and I was a big pusher of GameStop until like this morning, and I'll explain that in like a minute. In case you like GameStop, GameStop is hosting a midnight release for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Now, it's actually kind of cool. So, 12 a.m. Eastern Time is going to be when you can buy your copy, obviously. And if you remember the Zelda midnight launch from earlier this year, I'm going to assume it's the exact same system, where you can prepay hours before that same day, and then you can just roll up at midnight, buy the game, walk out. And you don't have to pay right then. You can, but if you show up hours earlier, you can prepay. And actually, if this works the same way as the Zelda launch did, the sooner you pay, the sooner you can buy your copy. So, like, if they start taking payment at 3 p.m., and I'm there at 3:01, I'm second in line, I will be the second person to buy the game at midnight, because I was there and prepaid before most other people did. So I assume that's how it'll work, but grab more information, call your GameStop. I'm not going to go, so you won't see me there, and I'm not going to call for you because I'm not going. But yeah, here's the thing though. Here's why you might want to go. Not only, if you pre-order the game, will you receive stickers for the game. I think GameStop must have seen my criticism, must have seen Twitter's criticism about how dumb of a pre-order bonus stickers are. And they're like, okay, fine. We're throwing in a poster. We're like DK Oldies. and because your order got picked to be filmed, we're throwing in a Mario Bros. Wonder poster. Bro, they're throwing in an elephant poster. So, it's a poster. I don't think it's going to be that big. They gave me like a Smash Bros. Poster a while ago, and it was like maybe that big. And if you're watching audio, it's like 1.5 feet or something like that. It's like that big. It's not ginormous. Like, it's not going to, cover a whole wall. But it's like a decent size. That's how GameStop posters work. They're kind of like, just that size. And you will receive that. I don't think that you have to pre-order for the poster. I think it's pre-order to receive stickers. Show up, pay to get the poster. Once again, I'm not a big pusher of GameStop, guys. I woke up. If you've been following me for for a while, guys, this is why I'm canceling my GameStop membership. Juicy stuff right here. I recently bought 2 times this GameStop buy one, get one free sale, where if you buy 2 brand new games, you get one of them free. Standard sale, right? I bought this sale 2 different times, and I would always get one brand new game, like I bought, and then the other one was used. Disgusting used. And that's not what I bought, so I've returned it both times, because I'm not cool with that. Like, you aren't going to bank off the fact that I don't feel like getting a return. I'm going to get my return. You're not scamming me here. I go on Twitter today, I look at a tweet from Nintendo, and it seems like so many other people got the same debacle that I had, where they got one new game and one used game. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. I'm sorry, I'm going off on GameStop. You can't. That's a scam, bro. You cannot do that. And you can't say that I'm like that this is like a lie. Go to Nintendo. I'm gonna like the tweet in the description, in the sources and links pastement if I can. Bro, the amount of people in that entire reply thread that said, I got this game but it was opened, or I got this but it just wasn't brand new. Terrible. You can't sell these games as new when they're not new. And here's the thing. I brought this up to my local GameStop manager, and she said it was probably new, but we just had opened it up to, put a display case on the shelf. Okay, cool. Sell it as open box. It's not brand new. That is not brand new. That is open box. That is an open box. That is not brand new. Do you know how eBay has new open box used, whatever? That is open box. That is not brand new. You've tampered with it. Not cool, GameStop. Not cool. That's my little rant on GameStop. Dude, I was going to make that like a whole second channel video, but I didn't want to make a whole video like crapping on them. So I figured that I would do it there. That's so terrible, man. That's why I'm canceling my GameStop membership. I just don't support that. That's just like dirty. And it's happened to me twice, happened to everyone online. Terrible. Terrible. I just don't like that. They're going out of business. They've lost my business. So, did you really get money out of people? I don't know. You lost mine, and I was a pretty big supporter of GameStop. I can't do it anymore. If it was like just me, if it was a few accidents, I understand. I understand. But like everyone had this thing happen to them. I'm not going for that anymore. No. I'm taking my business to Target. Target's clean. Whistle. Bam. Target's amazing. Target opens at 8 a.m. They have games for you right then and there. Taking my business there, man. GameStop. Lame stop. Anyways, next topic, guys. Japan. Hello, Japan. People watching this podcast. How are you doing? How are you? Is it good morning? Well, actually, when I post this podcast, it'll be 7 a.m. They're like, what, 12 hours ahead, 13 hours ahead? Something like that. Close enough. It'll be like nighttime for them. Good night to you. I hope that you had a nice day today. What'd you do? Did you visit Kyoto by chance? Well, if you didn't, then you will next week or something like that. The Nintendo store in Kyoto is opening next week, and there were photos shared of what the store looks like. And when I tell you, this looks like a high-class mall. Bro, do you know when you're like at a mall and you walk into like, Foot Locker or like JD Sports or like, like Champs or some cool store, like that? This Kyoto store looks just like that. It looks just like it could fit into a mall. And I don't live in Japan. Maybe it is in a freaking mall because it looks just like it. So there's a bunch of photos shown from the whole, I guess, behind the scenes look. They went in there, took some pictures of the store. They're going to post them on Google and things. They have a very wide stock of Nintendo merch. They have plushies. They have shirts. They have Mario coming out of a pipe as a piece of artwork in there. They have mushrooms. They have, it's hard to tell what's on these shelves because they're very, very small. They have just such a wide variety of clothes. They have plushies, as I said. Little trinkets I can see as well. Very, very cool. I would assume that they have games. Yeah. Oh, I can see it right there. That looks like a ton of Switch games. However, I could be wrong on that. Yeah. Super cool, though. I gotta visit this place at some point in time. They have so much little, Nintendo merch, and as I said, they have a bit of artwork. They have Mario on a pipe, like behind glass windows, which is kind of cool. They have, if you've ever been to like a Target before, they have that like Mario on a flagpole art or whatever, like the little statue. Very cool. So that is opening in Kyoto, Japan. October 17th. So that is next week. That is in 3 days as of posting this podcast. Very cool stuff. I gotta visit at some point, and you should too. If you're ever in Japan, you gotta go visit. And yeah, that's opening up. Don't want to spend too much time on it because I don't imagine that a lot of people listening live in Japan, but maybe you do. Comment down below if you do. October 12th, guys. We're getting more to the current date. We have a lot of news on October 12th. Guys, we have a lot to actually run through right here. A lot of juicy things. All right, so first things first, the Nintendo Switch is currently selling better than it did in Japan this year compared to last year. So, Nintendo operates in fiscal years, where they can calculate how much money they made. From the 2022 to 2023 fiscal year, the Switch sold 2.15 million units, okay? That's a solid number. This year, 2023 to 2024, it sold 2.28 million units. So it's doing better than last year. And the Switch keeps on getting older, but keeps on selling more. This is insane. The console is a powerhouse, not like in terms of hardware, but like it's selling all the time, every day. Like, bro, as I'm speaking, as I've been doing this podcast, there have probably been like, what? Like 500 Switches sold? Like, that's insane. So, it just keeps on selling. And I'm happy to say, I'm not in Japan, but I was one of the people who bought a Switch this year. So, hopefully I can add to their number, okay? I bought the freaking OLED, okay? So, that's insane just to hear about, that it keeps on doing better. And I can tell you why. Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Bros. Wonder. That's definitely why. People are buying Switches for these two games, and they both are releasing in the same year. That's probably why. 2022 had some hot games, like it had Kirby, it had Splatoon 3, but like, does that compare to Mario Wonder and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? No, it doesn't. Mario Wonder and Tears of the Kingdom will be both in the top 10, if not top 5 Switch games when it's all said and done. I believe that Zelda already is. So, yeah, we'll see. But that's kind of pushing Switch sales for sure. Someone said to me, like, I bought a Switch solely for Mario Wonder. It's pushing sales. It is. It totally is. Next, guys, speaking of Mario Wonder, we had, and I'll use this word again, add this to the freaking EmSwizzle dictionary. We had a cluster squabble, okay? October 12th. So, I wake up October 12th, do my thing, shower, scroll through Twitter, and I see this article written, right? It says, Mario voice actor potentially discovered, okay? And so I'm like, oh my gosh, Batman is being revealed? Oh man, because like this guy might not be famous, but now like he's revealed, now everyone knows who he is, right? So how did this happen? Well, the Mario Bros. Wonder kiosk demo that you can play at Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop has been data mined. Somebody got their hands on it and went through all the code in that demo. And they found that a man named Mick Wingert was in the code as the voice of Mario. Now, hold on. It gets deeper, and I know. Now, some background on Mick Wingert. He has voiced Iron Man in some cases. He's voiced Po from Kung Fu Panda. He did work on Persona 5 Royal, Starfield, Fortnite, and more. Now, this was the confirmation all day long until later that day. Later that day, people had reached out to their people. We got more info. And it turns out that his agency, Mick Wingert's agency, cannot confirm or deny his involvement in Mario Wonder, but they can say he does not voice Mario. So I just led you on here. He does not voice Mario. But it's odd, because apparently, whoever ran through the code found Mick Wingert to be the voice actor. So if they can't confirm or deny his involvement, he must be involved somehow in that code for something. But he's not the voice actor of Mario. Could he be like Elephant Mario? I don't think so. I think they're the exact same voice. So it's not this Mick guy. And I thought so, because if you look at every project this Mick Wingert guy has worked on, he works on a lot of things all the time. As I said, Starfield, Fortnite, Persona 5 Royal, Po from Kung Fu Panda, Iron Man in some cases. Dude, he works on a lot of stuff. And being the voice of Mario was maybe, I think that this is correct, one of Charles Martinet's only voice acting roles after he got the job. Can we fact check that? Charles Martinet voice acting. Like obviously he did things beforehand, but like after he got that, wasn't it just it's just all Mario I can see. Yeah, it's just all Mario. Actually, no, what he did one thing. He did one TV show. Oh, no. He voiced Mario in that show. Okay, never mind. Okay, so oh no, he did a narrator in one game in 2018, but it was mostly Mario. Like, it was mostly Mario stuff, right? Yeah, and that narrator is not Mario. So yeah, he was just a narrator in a certain game. Runner 3, okay. So, mostly Mario. And this Mick Wingert guy looks pretty busy. I found it really hard to believe that he would be the voice of Mario, considering how tasking of a job that might be. I found that kind of weird, because like, they're making Mario games right now. They're probably making the next, Mario Golf. They're probably making the next 3D Mario game. They're probably making the next Mario Bros game, or they're gonna work on it. Like, Mario's voice is needed everywhere for all these kinds of different things, promo videos, so much stuff. And I found it kind of hard to believe that freaking the guy who did Iron Man at one point is doing Mario permanently. Maybe, I don't even know. I don't know. I found it kind of sketch. So we still don't know who's voicing Mario. He's Batman right now. We don't know who he is, but yeah, cluster squabble again. Then guys, moving on. F099 has been updated to version 1.0.2. Guys, can you believe it? 1.0.2. It's still a baby. Once it hits like 2.1.9, we can worry. It's going to shut down soon. It's getting too many updates. Guys, come on. 1.0.2 is baby steps, right? Baby updates. We have patch notes for the game. Nothing really added, but just patch notes. Fixing things, guys. So let's run through, because fixing things is not super fun to listen to. But let's run through. I like to listen to, they always say make videos that you want to watch, and I want to hear about what changed here. So they fixed issues related to ranks. Fixed an issue where the leaderboard will show a player's level as 0 when they reach level 99. Fixed an issue where the previous week's weekly ranking result sometimes cannot be obtained correctly. Fixed an issue where a specific badge cannot be obtained when this bug occurs, even though conditions have been met. Even when this bug has previously occurred, save data will be fixed by applying this update and playing the game for a while. And then other fixes. Several issues have been addressed to improve the gameplay experience, so nothing major when it comes to F099. However, even small things like that kind of intrigue me. It's like, oh, snap, I downloaded an update and I know exactly what changed. It's kind of cool to hear about, even if it doesn't affect you, I always thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, we move on to, guys, this was weird, okay? I also woke up that same day, and I was like, what the heck is this? So I woke up, this news seemed to have broken, like, in the middle of the night. Guys, Nintendo updated the cover art for Princess Peach Showtime. Why? I mean, realistic, like, it looked fine before. Why? What was the need here, okay? So, not much changed. Not much, okay? Everything is slightly repositioned. And 2 big changes. One, as you know, there are like there's like 4 different Peaches on the cover. The middle main one changed her expression. The Peach in the middle of the art changed her expression from a excited look to more of like a smug look, if I could describe it. More of a smug look. And the martial artist Kung Fu Peach on the right side of the art went from a happy look to a fierce look, like a hiya look, So things were changed a little bit. I don't know why. I thought it was fine before. I don't know if you're selling like 1 million more copies because you changed that. To be honest, I like the change to the martial artist Kung Fu Peach, how she looks more fierce. But I do prefer the main Peach to look more excited than smug. So, I don't like all the changes, but I'm not going to act like I'm not buying the game because of that. I'm going to buy the game. It should be fun. Just a little bit of changes there. Not too much. Now, guys, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet version 2.0.2 had an update released. Can you believe it? No, you cannot. You cannot believe this because It's not like we reported on a bug last week from this game that needed to be fixed. Well, it's been fixed, guys. Here are the patch notes from the update here. Under certain conditions, victories against the NPC's trainers scattered across the game world may not have been recorded. As a result, the rewards players could earn by winning a certain number of battles, such as from Pokemon League representatives in the Paldea region, or Ogre clan members in the land of Kitakami, were not obtainable. This bug has been fixed, so players who experienced this issue can now challenge affected NPC trainers again to record their victories and subsequently receive any eligible rewards. And also, it was not previously possible to transfer certain special Pokemon to Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet via Pokemon Home. If those Pokemon were brought into Pokemon Home from Pokemon Go, even if a Pokemon of the same species has already been obtained in Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet prior to version 1.3.2, the bug has been fixed and the issue has been resolved. That is wordy, and then other bug fixes have been implemented. Dude, that's wordy, man. That is wordy. A whole lot of nothing, bro. They said a whole lot of nothing right there. All right. Anyways, we move on to more fun news, guys. Switch Online users, turn on your Switch right now. Do it right now. Grab it. I don't care if it's in your basement. I don't care if it's in your pool. Grab your Switch right now, okay? Because, babe, wake up. Wave 3 of Detective Pikachu Returns icons are now available on Switch Online. So, whether you like this game, whether you don't like this game, there's brand new icons of Pikachu available. And how could you ever complain with that? There are icons of Pikachu, some of Slowpoke, some of Darmanitan. Couldn't get it. I almost had trouble pronouncing that name, but thankfully we're good. It is wave 3 of 4 of these icons. There are 8 new ones. And I will go and buy these. Actually, I'm not sure if it's 8 new ones. There are 8 different sets that it's showing me, but there might only be like 4 new ones. 4 to 8 new ones, I'll say. And this is available from October 12th, 6 p.m. Pacific time, to October 19th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So you have this whole next week, I guess until Thursday, to get the icons. I will go and grab them probably tonight. And yeah, I like them all. There's a Pikachu like that looks scared. There's a Pikachu that's is he waving? Hold on one second. Let me make that bigger. Yes, it appears he's waving. There's one with a magnifying glass. Yeah, that one's not new. So I assume 4 new ones. However, once again, that could be a bit more, maybe a bit less. But yeah, there is one that is not new there. Many cool Pikachu poses. 2 double P, the Pikachu poses. Slowpoke's cool. Yeah, whole lot of cool icons on Switch Online. Go and grab them. Even if you're not a fan of the game, they're cool icons. And then, guys, October 13th, let's actually scroll through my phone just to make sure that we have not missed any, breaking news. Oh, snap. The voice actors actually have been revealed. Oh, we're going to get to that in like a few minutes. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. They have been revealed. Oh, snap. You know what? I'm not going to make you wait. Let's talk about it now. All right. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Kevin Afghani is the voice of Mario and Luigi in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. According to Kevin's Twitter, he writes, incredibly proud to have voiced Mario and Luigi in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Thanks to Nintendo for inviting me into the Flower Kingdom. If I can find a picture of said man, I will post it on screen right now. Kevin Afghani, if I'm saying his last name right. Afghani. Wow. Okay, so that's breaking news. I'm not familiar with his work. Can we actually Google on the fly right now? What has he done? What else has he worked on? Anything? Voice actor. Dragon Ball is on here. Let's scroll down a little bit. Yeah, so he is officially listed on this website, IMDb, as the voice actor for Mario and Luigi. So it is official, and he confirmed it. So it is official. He's done Among Us and Cuphead, Secret History of Cuphead, Dragon Ball R&R, Mashed, which is a TV series that says Cuphead on it, Genshin Impact, the voice of Arnold, and Anime Penguin Red Snow. So he's, worked on a few things, but not as many as the other guy, Mick Wingert or whatever. Yeah, that's your new voice actor for Mario and Luigi. Wow, dude, that must have been like the coolest few months of that guy's life. Like I said, guys, I've said this on like 9 podcasts now, but for those who haven't heard me say it, like this guy has felt like Batman for like the last few months, like knowing when you're about to be famous, but it hasn't come yet. It's like knowing the day that your name will be out there. That's got to feel so cool. And now he's out there. So yeah, he voices Mario and Luigi. That's cool. Am I gonna will I get canceled for saying that I almost like the new Mario better? Yeah, I will. So for cancellation's sake, no, I love Charles Martinet. Yeah, he's fantastic. No, I'm kidding, dude. Both are great. I kind of like the freshness of Kevin's voice, but Charles can't be defeated. All right, next thing. What I was gonna tell you about until we saw that happen was freaking October 13th, Nintendo announced something that I'm so excited for. A Splatoween Splatoon 3 Splatfest. It's a Halloween-themed Splatoon 3 Splatfest. Now, when does this happen? This happens October 27th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, Friday, to Sunday, October 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. 48 hours happening all that weekend. That should be a good weekend. That is obviously the weekend before Halloween. Halloween will fall on a Tuesday. I always hated when Halloween falls on like a school day. Like that, dude, that sucks. Friday is the best day for Halloween because, you can party all night and, you don't got to get up the next morning. All right. What are the teams? Zombies versus skeletons versus ghosts. If you're asking me, dang, I might pick ghost. Because zombies are like disgusting. Skeletons are just weird. And ghosts, like, man, you can teleport. You can do this. You can scare people. I like ghosts. And ghosts are just classic too. Ghost. I'm going with ghost. And also, Nintendo says, coming soon, you'll be able to claim 4 unique pieces of Splatoween headgear via the Splatoon 3 channel in news on your Nintendo Switch system. Stay tuned. So if you don't know what that means, if you have Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you might have seen these news articles in your Switch that say like, hey, click this for a free item. Or it won't totally say that all the time, but it'll be like, hey, here are some tips for the game. And when you scroll down, it says, launch the game through this link and you'll receive a free item. There will be things like that with Splatoon 3 that'll give you free headgear in the game. I will redeem those. I need to. So, what are the pieces of headgear? There's one called the Undead Head, which has like a bunch of like mummy wrap around your head. There's one called the Swim Reaper, which is like a squid mask, it seems like, on your face. There's the Plankton Walker, which what is that? It's like dark in this picture. I can't totally see it. The Plankton Walker. Is it an eye patch? So the character's wearing an eye patch. Is that part of the whole thing? And like a black hat with like a little... Jeez, is that Plankton? From SpongeBob? I'm kidding. But it's a little black hat, it seems. It might come with an eye patch, or that person's already wearing it. I assume that it comes with the eye patch. And then a black beak piece of headgear that has... It's a full black mask, and it has like a big beak as the name kind of... Oh, sorry, it's called the Bleak Beak, not the Black Beak. The Bleak Beak, and it has like a big beak as the name... what's it called? Implies. So that's cool. Very, very cool. I will get all of them if I can. And you can expect those to pop up within the next 2 weeks, because that is before the Splatfest. Or, you know what? It might even happen the weekend of the Splatfest. I would assume that it happens before that, though. But yeah, you have that. And then our final piece of news for the headline segment is, guys, Dude, this is such a fitting piece of news for the last piece of news. Breaking news, guys. One brand new Wii U sold in September of 2023. One brand new Wii U. So, Matt Piscatella from Circana, which is a company that gathers data, like, what is the average age of EmSwizzle viewers? Like, they gather data like that. And they've done a few things that are Nintendo related, but one of the video game analysts in terms of data, Matt Piscatella, has reported and tweeted today that one brand new Wii U sold. The sales figures went up by 1. Now, I don't know what the case is. It's virtually impossible to find a Wii U nowadays. Go to your Target, go to Walmart, go to wherever. You probably won't find a Wii U. This Wii U was sold in the US, which means they either bought it from GameStop, they either bought it from Walmart, Target, Best Buy. They had to have bought it from one of the stores, because when you see Amazon selling a Wii U for like $1,000 brand new, that's not Amazon selling it. It's some third-party guy who has one of those. So if you buy a brand new Wii U, that doesn't count towards the sales. To count towards the sales, you have to buy it from like a Walmart, a Best Buy, a Target, a GameStop, somewhere official like that. And I don't know what happened if this was just always sitting on their shelf in like a very, very, very tiny town. I don't know if this was like they found it in the back of the warehouse type thing and they brought it out, put it on the shelf, and like someone was like, "Hey, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna buy that." I don't know what the case was. However, I will say, whoever did buy that, you're gonna need a brand new gamepad battery, because lithium-ion batteries don't last for very long, and that Wii U potentially, put it this way, at the very least, has not been touched or made in, quick math, like 7 years. So you've had a battery sit for 7 years straight. You're gonna need a brand new one, or else it'll die very, very fast, which is the problem with buying brand new 3DSs in this day and age. Yeah, you're gonna need a new one, but at the same time, congrats on buying your brand new Wii U. I would have liked to buy it. I would have bought that if I knew that it was a thing. A brand new Wii U for like, what, $300? Steal. Right now, give it to me. I would buy it. But yeah, the last time that one was sold was May of 2022, which is also like that's also weird. That's also very weird. Like a brand new Wii U, years, like 8 years after, like 6 years. Sorry, is it 8? Like 6 years after it got discontinued. Wow, very cool stuff. So there you go. Brand new Wii U is being sold. That's weird. All right, now that is all of our news for the Nintendo News headline segment. Now we move over to our two, bigger segments where we discuss some cool kid things, some bigger topics in the Nintendo world. One of them is my first impressions, but our next one is actually my thoughts on whether or not this gaming world, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, if we're ever going to go all digital, no more physical games, and what that means. And what sparked this whole conversation is that Best Buy has announced they are no longer selling physical DVDs or Blu-ray DVDs. Now, that is not video games. They are going to keep selling physical games. But let's face it, video games are next. They are next to be canceled off. So let's talk about it. What does this mean? Would I like digital only? How would it affect everyone if it was only digital? Let's go ahead. Let's discuss. All right, guys. So a little birdie told me that Best Buy is going to quit selling physical media. Now, I was like, whoa, what does that mean, right? Physical media, my mind went to video games. That's what I cover, that's what I do, that's what I talk about. And so I was like, whoa, that's a freaking move. Because while digital games are still kind of the king in terms of what's being sold with games, it's a little bit early to stop selling physical games. So it comes out, I think, this morning, Friday, or last night, Thursday, that it's just DVDs and Blu-ray DVDs and discs and things like that. And so I was like, okay, that makes more sense. Because, like, while I think it might be even a bit early to still stop selling DVDs, that makes more sense than, like, stop selling PS5, Xbox, and Switch games, right? Like, that makes more sense to not stop selling those ones. But although it's not physical games, this brought me the question, what would an all-digital gaming world look like? And could that happen? When might it happen? All these things. I want to discuss it with you. It's scary. Now, guys, if you know me, and maybe you don't, maybe this is your first time ever seeing me, I am a super physical gamer. For example, Pikmin 1 and 2, the games, released on Switch earlier this year in June. The physical version released months later in September. I waited for the physical version. That's how much I'm into physical games. But here's why I'm actually not opposed to a full-on digital gaming world, okay? Physical games versus digital games. Physical, you gotta swap out the cartridge or the disc and plop one in, take one out, put it back in the case. It's a bit of work, whereas digital, you click A and you're into the game, or X if you're on PlayStation, or cross. What's it, guys? Is it X or cross on PlayStation? I don't even know. PlayStation's weird. All right, I'm kidding. It's not weird, but it's different. One takes more work, one doesn't. One's more convenient, one's not. However, the reason why I buy physical games is because not only can there sometimes be a pre-order bonus, but there's it's a physical game. You can have it on your shelf. You can look at the box art. When you go to Best Buy to buy a physical game, you can drive back home and look at the game and admire the art, the box art, everything about it. It's so much nicer. And I love physical games. But the reason why I'm not opposed to having all my games digital is because it's so convenient. It's so nice. I'm a big supporter of digital games, and I think it's nice when games are only digital because then I have no option. It's like, I want to buy it physically, but I can't because that's not possible. So, okay, you know what? I'll just buy it digitally, and that's just more convenient because if that's a game that I want to buy and really want to sink time into, all I got to do is just hit A on the home menu and I'm in. Not have to switch the whole disc out and everything. I will always buy physical unless there's no option for it. But, for example, man, I have right here an Xbox Series S. Now, you might think, if you're such a physical gamer, why do you have a digital-only console? Well, first up, to save $200. And also, I figured this could be like a bit of a travel machine. Like if I go somewhere and I need to play some games for some reason, sure I have a Switch, but freaking Xbox can have all my games on there, and that's cool. And that's what I like about digital. I like that wherever your console goes, your games go too. Unless you got to bring a whole hard drive, then hopefully, that's not too hard to do. It's just such a debacle. I will always buy physical, but unless there's an option, there's no option for physical, I don't at all mind buying a game digitally. If I could own a game physically, but dump it onto my console somehow, some way to play it digitally, do you think I would do that? Absolutely. Right? That's just what I would do. So, my thoughts, I love digital games. I love digital, but I love physical a little bit more. Now, is this even realistic? When would we ever see a full digital gaming world, right? When would this ever happen? Because you have to think DVDs are gone, games are next. there's already been some talk with, like, game companies going all digital and not making physical releases, because to put out a game digitally costs nothing apart from, your cut with, like, Nintendo. Like, if you put a game on the eShop for Nintendo, some of your money goes to Nintendo, some of it goes to you. Apart from that little cut and maybe like some other tiny fees, there's not much of a fee to put your game on a digital storefront. However, there's a fee to make a physical version of the game. You gotta make the box, gotta make the cartridge, gotta make everything, So there's a fee to pay there. It cuts costs for developers to make digital games over physical games. That's why they're doing it. And I will give you a stat, okay? And I know this stat. I will Google it just to be sure that I'm getting this right. How many digital games are bought over physical games? 89.5% of video game purchases were digital downloads, while the remainder, 10.5%, were physical, according to the ERA, the Entertainment Retail Association. So, if that's not a sign to you that we're about to phase out of physical games, I don't know what is. This could be like the end of an era. Do you know, like, how Blockbuster disappeared? Like, video games are about to do the same thing. We gotta we gotta really enjoy this era, okay? We gotta really enjoy it. These are about to go. And really, I'm kind of excited for physical games to go. And that sounds horrendous, okay? But I'm just such a fan of digital games, digital movies. I like it too, because not only is it like futuristic, but it's like right there. I don't have to insert a disc just to play Story or Harvest Moon, Winds of Anthos. Like, it's sick, right? So I only buy physical because I'm trying to do it. I guess, like, that's my message. I'm trying to do it before they're all gone. I'm trying to accumulate as many physical games before they're all gone. When do I think we will be in an all digital gaming world? I think by 2035. By 2035, we'll be all digital up. We will be all digital. Maybe even sooner. Because the current rumor, the current rumor now is that the Nintendo Switch the next one will support physical games, and there may even be a digital only console. That's the current rumor, not confirmed. They still plan to support physical. I think that maybe the generation after that, or maybe even the one after that, will be digital only. It's a matter of time. Do you see these numbers? 89.5% were digital purchases. Nintendo likes money. They like lawsuits. Do you think that they would do that? Absolutely. They would for sure, get more money to them and stop producing physical games. Keep some of their money. Like, almost 90% was digital. That's 9. Picture 10 of your friends. 9 of them bought digital copies of, I don't know, name a game. Mario Wonder. That's a crazy number. It's going to happen soon. That's my thoughts on it. That's when I think it'll happen. Final statement here. I fully welcome a digital gaming world with open arms. I just hope that companies don't abuse it and maybe after a certain time remove your access or ban you from ban you from opening a game or just some stupid stuff like that. Hopefully they don't take advantage of it. But yeah, that's what I think. Very cool, very scary, a bit of everything. Now we move to our next topic here, which is my first impressions on Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I played about half an hour of this on 2 separate occasions. I played pretty much the entire demo at Target. What are my first impression thoughts of the game? Let's go. Guys, I played Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and you can too. Head over to your local Target, your local Walmart. I think GameStop has it, Best Buy. If you're not in the US, I'm sorry. There might be a way to play it near you, but not that I'm aware of. So, last weekend, I go over to Target. I was going to put it in the last podcast, but that was too stacked, so I moved it here, and this also makes more sense, because Mario Wonder comes out this Friday. I played Mario Wonder, and I went to Target. I go over to the, video game section, and I scroll through the Switch kiosk that they have. They have, like, a displayed TV. You can play demos of games on there, and they had, the Mario Wonder demo that I saw on Twitter. So I was like, sick! I'm going to play some Mario Wonder for the first time ever. I was so excited. I was at the main menu. I booted it up. One player. I chose Mario. And I hop into my first level of Mario Bros. Wonder. Dude, can I just say how good it felt to get my hands on a brand new Mario game? Can I just say, this was one of the most, refreshing, hydrating, one of the most, refreshing and coolest feelings I've had in a while playing a video game. Because think about it, we have not had a brand new Mario Bros. Game since 2012 with the Wii U, Mario Bros. U. It's been that long. It's been 11 years. That's nuts. So it felt so good to be back playing a brand new one. And the fact that a brand new one comes out this week is nuts. So, where do I even start, man? The first thing that I tried to do was turn into an elephant. I was an elephant, and I gotta say, it's much more fun than I imagined it would be. It's easier to, and this is obvious, but this is what I was thinking about while I was playing. It's way easier to grab coins and things like that. Coins, the purple coins, hit blocks. It's just so much easier. It's like a lot of ease when you're Elephant Mario. Not to mention, killing enemies are a lot easier too. It's not like previous games where you have to jump on an enemy and pray that you didn't jump too far and you land right on top of it. You're an elephant, and you can hit it from the side. Use your trunk, swipe it out of existence. That was super cool to me. I like having multiple ways to beat enemies. In previous Mario games, you probably didn't realize it, apart from any kind of power-ups, the only way that you kill an enemy is by hitting a block or jumping on them. Now we have power-ups, elephants, and then those two methods. We have a brand new method. And yeah, you'll say, Max, that's just another power-up. This feels more pure, more special, because I feel like in my playing of the game, the elephant power-up feels more than a power-up. This feels like a second nature of the game. I got the elephant ability so often, and I found it so often that I could keep one in my item pocket and use it later on. I found it that often. It's like a second part of the game. I found myself being Elephant Mario for a long period of time. So that's kind of what you have to get used to. It's very cool. Now, apart from Elephant Mario, I proceed in this one level that I'm playing. I played 10. No, sorry. Yeah, it was 10, but it was sometimes the same one over again. I get further in the level, and I come across my first Wonderful Hour, and it makes the whole course go crazy. And can I just say, that is one of the best additions they could have ever made. Wonderful Hours in the game. It just adds this, and this is obvious stuff, but here's what I was thinking. It adds this funky twist on the whole level. You used to walk through and grab your 3-star coins and head out like a champ. No. Now you walk through, grab an elephant, and next thing you know, the pipes are dancing. It's nuts. It's a whole lot of fun. And as they've been saying, as they've been promoting this game with, you have to expect the unexpected. There's so many twists and turns, and it's such smooth gameplay, and the background is nice, and the music is cheerful. Man, it's just such a good freaking game. I genuinely think this might end up on my top 5 games of all time. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if I come on here and say top 5 games of all time. Don't be shocked. It will not be recency bias. I will say that like months later. I seriously think they've had 10 years to work on this. It's going to be the greatest Mario Bros. Game of all time. Mario Bros. Game, not Mario of all time, but greatest Mario Bros. Game. I think so. I truly think so. And that's off of like 2 levels, guys. I've not even gotten to the underground level that I was in. Let's get there now. So Wonder Flower, very cool. Twists and turns. I get my Wonder Seed. Dude, just so great. I'm playing the underground level as Luigi. I gotta say, by the way, Luigi, when you play as him, he always has this like determined look on his face. It's the funniest thing. I love it. So I was in the underground level, and I had the drill power up, where you can like go inside of floors and ceilings. Another win by Nintendo. That is sick. I was able to like go, I think it was either go underground or go on, like in the ceiling, and I could like pop out underneath or like above some enemy, and it would kill that enemy when I popped out underneath it. That's cool. There's a whole nother way to beat up enemies. You even have the new enemies. They're similar to like the thwomps, where they like come down on you. That sounds horrendous. Where they like drop down and try to hit you. So those guys were cool too. I was messing around with those guys, and the whole underground environment, it's totally new. It's like there's everything new power-ups, new enemies to see, new music. Everything's great. I love all that. And I just played some more levels. I played some more underground stuff. I messed around with like the outer, like the whole interface. I messed around with the levels. I like how you can visit whatever level you want. And another great quality of life feature that I just thought of was that when you die, you don't get kicked out to like the main course selection like you used to. If you played Mario Wii, Mario Bros. U, you would always get kicked out to where you can like go and choose a course. You just respawn back in the course. Freaking great. That's phenomenal. I did not feel like getting kicked out of a castle again. You just respawn in there. I love that. And that's nice. I was messing around with the outside. There's so many cool little characters to interact with, like, before you go into a level. I met the guy. I don't know the guy's name. It was an NPC, and he's like the online guy. He was saying like, hey, this is how you connect to the online servers to see people. They can give you items. They can do this. They can do that, which I will be using. However, of course, it was the demo version, so there was even like added dialogue that says like, but we're in the demo version, so you can't use online here, which I thought was cool dialogue. So you had that on there as well. Dude, I could not get enough of the game. I could replay those levels over and over, and maybe this is just because the game is new to me, but I was able to replay on 2 different occasions. I was playing the exact same levels, and I was not getting bored. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to want to replay one level 20 times, but like, I was just so fascinated by all the cool gameplay. And if this is wowing me, if World 1 is wowing me, wait until I get to World 2, World 3, World 4, World 5, boss battle. This game could be freaking phenomenal. I had so much fun playing it. I played as all the different characters, and we did not even get into the badges yet. The badges were sick. The badges, bro, I messed around with all the badges. My favorite, now, in the demo version, you don't have all of them, but my favorite one that I had was, I think, the default one, the one where you can glide with like your hat as a glider, and you can kind of like float for a second, or like kind of glide. Same thing as the Tanuki Mario, or like the Raccoon Mario. You can kind of glide like that. You can kind of float slowly down. It was just like that. I think that was my favorite because when you are gliding like that, it's such a smooth glide, and it just like looks so nice. There was another badge where you can like crouch down, and that'll let you like jump higher. There was another one. It was oh gosh, well I had it. What was the other badge? What was the badge? Oh man, I'm forgetting it. There was one other badge that I liked to use. I'm not getting it. I can't remember it. Dang it! Shoot! I don't remember it. Oh! I believe unless this is like for the crouch thing, when you jump, you can like float for a second. I think unless that's part of the crouch badge. I don't know. I think that was it. My favorite so far from what I've tried is like the hat gliding one. And you can put on some badges that are like, get twice the coins or something like that. My mind's a bit foggy because it's been a few days. It's a bit foggy. It was cool. I love Mario Bros. Wonder, and I've not even played the entire thing. It's sick. Okay, Mario Bros. Wonder is going to be one of my favorite games of all time. Don't be shocked when I tell you that, okay? Don't be shocked. But if you have not gotten a chance to play, either book a flight to America, and if you're already here, you go to Target, go to Walmart, go to Best Buy, go to GameStop. It's at one of those. It's certainly at Target. I heard all the other ones, but I have not verified that Best Buy has it for myself. Haven't verified Walmart, GameStop. Target for sure has one though. Target is probably your best bet, as they have one of the nicest kiosks. In my experience, Target kiosks are not dirty. However, there was one time where I tried to use a GameStop kiosk and it was like super sticky and don't go to Target. Target's the place, okay? Go there. And yeah, those are my first impressions on Mario Bros. Wonder. So this does indicate that you will not get a first impression video next weekend because these were my true first impressions. But I will probably give you a little bit of an update on like what I've been playing, like my thoughts on. I don't think that I'll do like spoiler, a spoiler section of thoughts, but I think I'll give you just a small random update. Like, hey, I've done this, I've done that. I like how they did this. I love online, whatever it is, right? I'll probably do that. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let's get to your favorite segment of the podcast where we answer your questions on this Nintendo podcast. You have asked me questions. Let's answer them. Let's go. Alright guys, it is the time where we answer your questions on this podcast. So how to ask a question for me to answer? There are two ways to do so. So the first way being I post a community post on my YouTube channel every single Wednesday. Head over there, Wednesday night, and you'll probably see it. It'll have a cursed image on there, and feel free to comment your question down below in the good old comments there. It'll say hi, doing a podcast. Leave your questions down below, or feel free to join my Discord server, link in description, and navigate over to the channel in there that says Ask EmSwizzle. Leave your question in there. If you don't know what Discord is, it's essentially a big old chat room where everyone who is a fan of this channel or this podcast can all chat about, and it's very, very cool stuff in there. So feel free to join, even if you don't want to ask a question. We actually just got a bunch of new members in there because I posted it on my community tab. So yeah, very cool place in there. I love it. And I'm sometimes active in there. So I try to be active in there, but I can't always be. But hey, what if you're asking a question and you're like, man, I just can't get my question answered. He's not answering my questions. Man. Feel free to become a channel member, which is basically a Patreon, but for YouTube, if you know what that is, where you can support the channel for, at the lowest, $1.99 a month. and you get amazing perks like a special podcast episode every 2 weeks, a special live stream for members in between those two podcast episodes. So every Sunday there's new member content. You can get special emojis, special badges. Certain tiers allow you to get a follow from me on social media, early access to these public podcasts. One tier even gives you a physical newsletter from me. It's cool stuff, man. So, with that said, let's move to our first member question here from DK Lackeys. They ask, where do you find these cursed images? If you don't know, when I post these, posts, I guess, to ask for questions that I will answer, I always put some cursed image. Some, like, Mario on Luigi's body. Like, some random thing, right? So this time I put Wario on Ness's body, which just looks weird. And where do I find them? So I found that one on Google. And I find most of them on Google. I don't find them, I don't make them. I just don't. Like, I just rob them. So credit to, whoever makes them. But yeah, I just totally rob cursed images. That's a pretty good one that I found. So I just used that. However, that is our only members question. So let's move on to the public. We have, actually, hold on, sorry. We have one more. This is from Data Monkey Ryan from last week, and I didn't answer it because it was sent after I finished recording. So I'm answering it now. What's your favorite original Mario game ever? Mainline Mario, not including Mario Kart, Mario Party. Yep, gotcha. So it's probably Mario 3D World. Not Land, but World. I think that's the one. I'm actually in the middle of replaying it right now in the lead up to Mario Wonder. And it's a bundle of fun, man. It's so much fun. Play Mario 3D World if you've not already. It's on Switch and on Wii U. Do it. A close second would be Mario Bros. Wii, though. For sure. Mario Gamer asks, what franchise is going to get a new game announced in the next Direct? Basically, what game is going to be the next Direct's big hitter? You get the idea. Yep. What will be the next Direct's big bang game? Hard. You can't do Mario because you're doing Mario, right now in October. You can't do Zelda because you just put out Zelda. I mean, you could do like a remaster, I guess. Maybe. I think what they will do, I think they have to be done with freaking Metroid Prime 4. I think Metroid Prime 4 is their final game. Metroid Prime 4 being shown as like the final big bang game was the big rumor for this last Direct that happened in September. That was like the rumor. So I would say, yeah, Metroid Prime 4 releasing maybe later in 2024. I don't know, because Switch 2, I think it'll be a dual release with Switch 2 and the original Switch, but they won't say that, but it will be. I think that's my guess. Yep, Metroid Prime 4. Then X-Men asks, which one is better? Zelda Breath of the Wild or Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? Ah, dang it. I'm going to give you Tears of the Kingdom. Dude, I felt more when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not sure like what it was. It also kind of helps that I was like actually there for the launch. In 2017, I was not even like thinking about Breath of the Wild. I didn't know what a Switch was. I just knew that it was coming out on this day. So I didn't even play Zelda on launch. I wasn't really a Zelda fan back then. So I just wasn't there for launch. I wasn't there for the whole experience. For Tears of the Kingdom, though, I was. And so I'd probably give the edge to Tears of the Kingdom. Like 15% is like me being there at launch. Like that kind of adds into the likeness of the game. But 85% is the game itself. I think it's probably better. Intergalactic Content is asking, what's the number one thing you would fix with Nintendo as a company, not games? Nintendo as a company. 1 second. As a company, let's rewind this. As a company, it has to do with their games. I think I would say game mods. Stop taking down not only YouTube videos that mod your games, but just like download links and things like that. Like, stop striking down people who are modding your games. Minecraft doesn't do that. Best-selling game of all time. Or one of them, anyway. It's the best-selling game of all time, right? I think so. What other... GTA doesn't stop that. These big bang games don't stop people modding the games, okay? And just because they're modding your games or modding Switches does not mean that they are pirating your games. I think I would take more issue with modding Switches, and yeah, you have to mod your Switch to mod a game. But, I mean, man. Modding games keep it alive. Like, what? Okay, imagine this. Imagine I modded Animal Crossing, and there are like 10 peacocks chasing me in Animal Crossing. And I make some cool challenge video out of that. Just like how Point Crow was doing. That's insane. Mods give everyone freedom to do fun things in your game that you created. And what would be even better is if you tweeted about certain mods and like made fun of them and were like, this is so cool, shout out to this guy for making the mod. Like, do you know how likable Nintendo would be? Nuts. Crazy. They're talking about how they've brought in like more Gen Z people to the company. They need to bring in somebody else who says, guys, social media needs to be fixed. We need people to be able to mod games and just like correct the whole company. We need some guy, some EmSwizzle viewer. I talk so much about how they can change this, change that. One of you guys, go work there and change the world. Change how they run their entire business, because they ain't doing it right, okay? they ain't doing it. It takes one tweet to turn this around. Find a mod video of somebody's and say, this is so great. Shout out to this person for the mod video, and this is so much fun. We appreciate the love and support that is shown into our games, and we're very humbled that people are modding them. That's all you need, man. So I would fix the fact that they don't like game mods. It keeps your game alive. Nate Wild asks, do you actually want a new Tomodachi Life, or are you just too deep into the meme at this point? Man, more so I actually want a new one. I've been playing since launch day of the one on the 3DS. Obviously, there was one game, I believe it was Japan exclusive. One, Tomodachi Life for the DS, I believe only in Japan. But the one on the 3DS that released in America, I played that on launch day. I've been a Tomodachi Life fan since day one on 3DS. I'm so invested, man. I'm invested in that freaking game. So, just giving you some backstory there. I will say, yeah, I do want a brand new one. Even a port, I'll be fine with, but I do want a brand new one. But it also is a fun meme. It's like, give us freaking Tomodachi Life, So I'd say same percentages. 85% is like, I want the freaking game. 15% is like, yeah, meme. Let's just get the game that we've been asking Nintendo for years now. Can we just please get the game? If they do that, dude, if they give us Tomodachi Life, it's gonna be it's gonna feel like a dream, man. That'll feel like a dream. Phoenix Smith, do you think the next console will be a success or a fail? Just overall, I think it'll be a mid-success. It'll be like a 3DS situation, where it sold 70 million copies, or units rather, and that's pretty good, right? Like 70 million, pretty good. That's like Xbox numbers. But it could have been like 120 million, like the Switch is right now, or closer to 130. So it'll be a success, but not like a, oh my gosh, guys, we're billionaires. It won't be that, but it'll be a decent success. On a scale from 1 to 10, I say 6 out of 10. But I could be totally wrong, and I'm willing to take my L. If that does like 200 million units, I'm willing to take my L. I'm just going based off history. If it is truly a Switch 2, mid-success. If it's a console that changes the world and cleans up litter and everyone's peaceful. Success. Like, high success, I don't think that it'll be that, though. I think it'll be Switch 2, and I think that people will know that it's a different console, but I don't think that it'll be a crazy success, so I say mid-success, 6 out of 10 success. Binkus asks, what do you think Nintendo will plan on doing for the next Animal Crossing game? Do you think it'll be like New Horizons, or do you think they will continuously update it and add new stuff? Yeah. In terms of updates, you're saying, like, because you say, will it be like New Horizons, or will they add more stuff, like continuously update it? I assume that you're speaking about updates. For update's sake, I think what they were trying to do with New Horizons before the pandemic hit was release some content every few months. Like, I think that the whole Cap'n thing, the Brewster thing, was supposed to roll out, like, very slowly. But they were working less and couldn't get it all done because the pandemic. And they did what they could. They tried to do what they could. But I think in a perfect world, they update that game for 2.5 years, 3 years. They update the next Animal Crossing for 2.5, 3 years. At the very least, like, brand new items each month or something like that. I would really want them to give us, like, the Brewster, the Cap'n, all at the start, and update over time. Like, update with new items, update with this new feature, like save some features, update with this brand new feature, update with this, quality of life updates, things like this. I would want that. What do I think will happen? I think that'll happen. I think that their plan for New Horizons was, hey, update the game every few months for a few years. They couldn't do that. I think that their next game will be like, hey, we're gonna have a content schedule, and we're gonna finish everything before the game releases. And over time, we will release things, to the game. I think, there's an update after like 2 weeks or so, just to kind of normalize updating the game. Then, 1 month later, there's a brand new few items update. Then, like, 2 months later, there's a brand new update, adds this, adds that. And just, the updates might get, like, smaller and smaller, but, like, just little push and push and push and push and keep the game alive for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. I think it'll work like that. Few updates here and there every few months. Camden Noda asks, do you feel happy with the current state of Nintendo? I do. Obviously, there are some things that seemingly will never change, like how they don't like mods, how, they like to sue people. But, like, just like the Switch and stuff. Yeah, I am. I do think that it could be a little bit better. Like, I wish that they didn't go for, like, the whole minimalistic kind of thing with the Switch where the home menu is, like, not as cheery. Do you remember when every single Wii game had a splash intro, like on the Wii Disc channel? The Wii Disc channel had so many cool animations for these games. Now it's just a small little icon on your Switch, which just isn't really fun anymore. So they had a better, I guess, state. Like the Wii era was great while we were in it. Looking back, the Switch games are better than most Wii games. Not like, performance-wise, but, like, they've kind of learned how to make better games since then. But while we were in the Wii era, I was very happy with, the current state. Now it's like some things could be fixed, but overall, I'm a pretty satisfied customer. I'm pretty satisfied. And then, finally. Sorry. That sounded like I wanted this to like be over. No, sorry. I was saying, finally, because I didn't think that the questions would end so soon. Fast Food Man 1264 asks, why is Animal Crossing New Leaf your favorite childhood game? I'll tell you the story. I'm actually working on a documentary of the whole game right now. It'll be out in a few years. Honestly, seriously, because it's a long one. It's a very, very long one. I came home from school one day, and my brother's playing Animal Crossing New Leaf. And I guess this is like right around when he felt like playing online with somebody. He was like, hey, get this game on 3DS. It must have been on sale because it was only $20. Only 20. it wasn't the whole Nintendo Selects deal. It wasn't that. It was like really like $20. So it seemed doable for my parents to buy. So we both go up to them and we're like, hey, can Max get this game on his 3DS? So I had it digitally, still do, and physically now. And I got it, and I played it with him. I had no clue like what I was playing. I had zero idea. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to your town or whatever. But we have to do it like in a few days or maybe like that day. I don't know. I had to go through like the whole intro and whatever. And then we were playing online. And then I liked the whole concept of the game. At that time, I was playing games like Disney Infinity, Skylanders, still like the whole Toys to Life shebang. And I was like, you know what? I like how it runs on a real world clock. At that point, it was fall. The whole game had leaves falling. I was like, dude, this game is fun. So it became part of my like daily routine to log on to Animal Crossing and play some every day. And over time, my love for it grew. It grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. I saw this trailer for a freaking Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. This is the next game in the series. I bought that. Or no. I got it for my birthday actually. Hold on, did I buy it? No. Birthday. Same thing with Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I bought that game and I've just been a fan ever since, man. I just grew my love for Animal Crossing New Leaf. Now, what makes that game so special? I don't think that it's the best Animal Crossing game of all time because it was my childhood favorite. I think it's just because it has not the most content, but like the best content, the best bare bones content of Animal Crossing. Now, what that means is I believe that all Animal Crossing games, apart from Wild World and the spin-offs, have Christmas, Halloween, have Easter, all the cool stuff. I think that Animal Crossing New Leaf does all those events the best. They do the best Christmas event, they do the best Halloween event, they do the best Easter event out of all the games. I think so. I think they do it all best in that game. New Horizons is so much more watered down. Obviously, there's more features in New Horizons, like place furniture outside, all the cool stuff. But like Toy Day, if I'm not wrong, you can't fail Toy Day. In New Leaf, you would have to guess which present goes to who. In New Horizons, it's like spoon-fed. It's like, it's set in stone what gift goes to who. It's like when you talk to a villager, you don't get to pick which gift. You just give them whatever. Like, it's not a game that way. It's just, hey, Merry Christmas. Like, it's not a game. And so that's why it's the best one. But that is it for the Mario Matter episode 59. Thank you all so much for tuning in, watching all the cool bean stuff that you all do. I very much appreciate it. Thank you to our audio listeners for making it through the podcast. Even though I was saying like, here, look on screen. Here's this, here's that. All the things that I said were on screen are in the description to see for yourself if you're interested. All the links and sources are down there. And we're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, everywhere that you listen to podcasts. We're all there. And I truly do appreciate your support. Thank you to our channel members for supporting the show monetarily. They also get special Mario Matter episodes where I dive into behind the scenes stuff. And don't quote me on this, but next podcast might be the juiciest podcast I've ever made. Don't hold me to that, but it could be potentially. Anyways, we have a member stream this Sunday, tomorrow. Tune in there, and I'll see you all on the next podcast next Saturday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. In the meantime, look forward to my YouTube shorts on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I'll see you all next Saturday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. Tune in. I'll see you. Adios.